Hey there folks, my name is Jonathan Hopper and I will be your professor this semester. The purpose of this video is basically just to walk you through a few introductory things for our class, some major concepts that you need to be aware of, where to find things, what to look for, how your grading is going to be, just so we can get to work a little sooner in physical class. The sooner we begin working in class, the less we have to do before exams. It'll just make our lives a little bit easier. So I wanted to give you this video just to walk you through basic concepts so that we can work sooner rather than later. So here we have a overview of our Canvas, if you will. So this is going to be for Bio 103. So any of my 103 classes will do here, but I'm just going to pick one. Well, hopefully. There we go. And in this, the main things you should focus on are as follows. 1, recent announcements. Anytime there's something that you need to do that I will be having prepared for you, it'll be in the announcements. I'll be putting announcements up constantly to remind you about assignments, to remind you to get certain things done, to remind you to bring things to class. I'll be putting up announcements all the time, so pay attention to the announcements. This is on the home page. Next, official syllabus. So you can click on that official syllabus and it'll pull down, hopefully. You can pan through this and give it a look and read, and it'll give you most of the information that you need in the class. Now I'm going to run through a few things just real quick with you. Meeting times are there. So this is materials for the class. I invite you to buy as much or as little of this as you'd like. I consider these to be optional except for the lab manual. You need to have the lab manual. It is absolutely necessary to have it. Here is mine. Yours will look something like this as well. This is probably the wrong edition for what they have in the bookstore, but you have to have this lab manual. It is absolutely necessary, and you will not pass the class without it. So you got to have the lab manual. The texts here would be wonderful. Like if you had one of those, it would be wonderful for you to read the chapters that we're going to do before you walk in the door, or even after for that matter. It'd be wonderful for you to be able to read those chapters, but I will not be assigning you anything out of the textbook. So wonderful to have, but not necessarily required. Okay, I recommend that you have the textbook. If I were taking my class, I would buy the book and read it just as a backup to lectures. But if you're not going to read the textbook, then save your money. All right, I would buy it, but only buy it if you're willing to do the work to read in the book. It's not going to help you if it sits on the table. Here is my contact information and the contact information of my division chair if you can't get me, so you guys can get in touch with us. It's all right here on the syllabus. A variety of important dates, okay, withdrawal dates, class times, all that fun stuff. Here are objectives for our class. This is Biology 1, so these are all Biology 1 objectives, things that you should be able to do by the time you walk out of the classroom. A whole variety of other information, other information, and then a breakdown of how the class will be graded. So the idea here is, and I think I'm just going to jump right on down to my calendar. The idea here is that we will have 3 major exams, and you can already see exactly where these are going to fall. So on February the 15th, we're going to have the first exam. On, let's see, where is this? March the 24th, we'll have the second major exam, and it'll just cover everything from the previous test to now. Okay, so this calendar is going to be your tool to know when things are due at any stage during any class. There should never be a time where you miss January the 27th and you send me an email and say, oh, Mr. Hopper, what did we do on January the 27th? Because it's right there in the calendar. Okay, right there in the calendar. There's no way around it. I will follow this calendar unless something absolutely crazy happens. So having the calendar was very, very helpful for you. Further, all the labs are mentioned here, and you also see when the lab exams are going to be, okay? So they're all placed already, so you know exactly when and where things will be taking place. Now, the idea behind evaluation in this class is that we have 3 major lecture exams and 2 major lab exams. These are worth 100 points a pop. And then in accompaniment to this, I will give you basically a 10-question or 10-point quiz on every single chapter and every single lab that we do. This will make up a huge volume of points for the class and really help you if you struggle in exams. And then last but not least, there will be other in-class activities that we do that will also help bolster your grades a bit. So be paying attention to that, and I will see you in class to discuss it further. Make sure you see this calendar. Frankly, all right, if you look over here and you go to modules, in modules, there is some course information there, which feel free to look at this. It's more power to you, but I would jump down to here. Okay, contacts and office hours, all my information is inside of here. I'll be adding office hours as time progresses. We're going to see how things look. But the class calendar is right here in a nice printable format. You can just print this sucker right on out, and you can put that in your folder and always have it. Now, in modules, you will find everything that we're going to be doing in this class. It's already all there already. Okay, attendance quiz is up. The chapters that we're going to be doing are up. If I were you, I would print out this first chapter of View of Life and have it with me on day one. Like, these are all very handy. Everything is already up. Like, I've already got a study guide up. I've got your lab materials up already. Everything is available. Okay, so we have the home page here, which gives us our announcements, the official syllabus that we discussed, an announcements page where you can also go and see old announcements, modules that we discussed mere moments ago where we find all of our class material. Okay, all the quizzes are going to be posted in here as well. It's all here. There is an assignments tab where you can also go and hunt down any quizzes and things that you'd like to see. They should all be in the modules too, but if you prefer it in this view, knock yourself out. There's a grades tab there where you can click and go and see your grades, and that should be about it, folks. So in terms of major concepts for the class, that should about do it. All right. So I hope that helps you out a great deal, and I look forward to seeing you on day one. Thanks.